a guy that we were really excited about. We watched it, but really about creating. The game is played in the trenches. It really is, and it doesn't matter if that's the first play, the last play, whatever it is, but it's always played up there at some point, whether it's trying to stop the run or having to hold up in pass protection.
What your offensive identity?
Physical. Again, I talked a little bit in the opening press conference about, the marriage between the run game and the action passes. But, as a football team, as an offense, we want to be physical. My MO has always been to run the football.
Yo, Schotty said he want to be a what? The trenches? Say less, man. Say less. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, Lose Takes. Make sure to like and subscribe the video. But today, man, we heard from Schotty. I know I'm late, but it inspired me to make this video. One thing I took away that you saw in the videos I played is the emphasis that he made to talking about the trenches. Now, when they asked him about the weapons and the guys on the outside, he did mention let's build from the outside in, but he talked about having them on a plan. He talked about having, like, in particular, naming names and being like very, strategic on who he was naming and improving it. And when it came to the trenches, he's like, oh no, we need to get better. That sent ripple effects to me. Now I know y'all know I've been team, trenches, but I don't want us to completely neglect the weapons. I don't. But I wanted to answer this question of what do we think that Schotty has a vision for on how he wants to build this football team. He mentioned the key words, physicality. He mentioned the trenches, how it's been worn. He mentions he wants to be, a power run scheme. And it inspired me to probably make the most realistic Cowboys mock draft, a full 7-rounder. Let's get into it. So in the first round, we started out having the 12th pick. We've been talking about it. It's been a fight, but I did what a lot of people's been on the side of. I traded back with the Denver Broncos, and I sent the 12th round pick for their 20th pick and their round 2 pick 51. And at 20, I picked Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina. We get our signature back, the perfect back for our gap scheme. We're gonna get downhill. This guy has star potential. It's gonna be a great addition to the Dallas Cowboys. It's gonna fit just like a glove, and he embodies what Schotty was preaching. He was over there flexing, saying, hey, I had top 5 running offenses. Now you get your signature back, and you start out with physicality, and you get a weapon. Here, look, hey, I'm being compromised. I'm compromising, and you start this draft off great. Next, at the second round, you get Benjamin Morrison at pick 51. I got a cornerback video coming out, but this kid right here, this kid has bodies, man. This kid got. You talking about locking up some of the best receivers in the game? Marvin Harrison Jr. last year, he has a long list of receivers. When you watch the film, the kid plays with great. The best way I can say this, he knows how to utilize space correctly as a cornerback. What I mean by that, as a cornerback, I love when a quarterback uses the sideline as that extra defender, and just not, it always makes the receiver catches it or makes a throw harder than what it seems. Don't let it be a cross field throw throwing from the other side of the hash. This guy is going to make it damn near impossible, and he just seems like he understands the little things in the hand fight, and I love that. Then I did another trade, man. I traded with the Buccaneers because I had 2 second round picks. If y'all don't know, I just traded with the Broncos, and I traded our 44 I traded back a little bit for 53, and I gained a 4th round pick at number 121. And with that pick in the second round at 53, I picked Carson Schwettinger, the linebacker from UCLA. I love this kid. Very versatile. He's gonna be one of your off-ball linebackers if he can gain some weight. He might be a Mike in the future, but you give Eberflus a smart, fast kid, and you add to this already bulky linebacker room that you already, you got Sanders still, and you got Murray. Now you add Schwettinger to that group. We're loving this linebacker room almost as much as last year, and plus Overshawn may be coming back. This kid, in my opinion, is the second best linebacker in this group, and we're gonna love his versatility. With the 3rd round pick at pick 76, I took a tight end. I took a weapon. I took a weapon, and he's a part of the trenches. The tight end from LSU, Mason Taylor. I really loved his film. I thought him falling to the 3rd round, I had to get him right here. Guy has great versatility, great burst. Didn't have much production, but what I saw at LSU, I feel like they had a multitude of weapons, and he was not featured in that offense. But that still didn't show me, that still didn't scare me off to the fact that he still had ability that would translate to the next level. We add to our tight end room that's already, in my opinion, needs to be improved, because Jake Ferguson, my eyes on you. And we get a young guy in here that's gonna maybe take over in the next 1 or 2 years. In the 4th round, yeah, I know I haven't even taken a trenches player yet, but it stops right here. I take the tackle from UConn, Chase Lunt. I really do love this kid, man. This kid is for a team that ran mostly outside zone. He moves well, always in control. I love his hat. Is always play side, plays angry for to be in an outside zone scheme. If you're playing angry in an outside zone scheme, I just want y'all to keep in mind, outside zone is just mainly about, shielding off reach blocking. So it's just about positioning. So if you're able to be playing angry in that, man, that shows you breaking a mental barrier right there. And I feel like he can come in, and we add in, maybe he's our right tackle for the future. Who knows? Left tackle, we add to we add depth to that position group. Then in round 5, shout out to my guy Jay Tuck. I think he brought this guy in for an interview, and I feel like he's going to be very, very, very vital to this Cowboy team. Simeon Burrow, interior defensive lineman from Miami. He's not undersized, but he has 3 technique body frame, so he's gonna be very versatile to this defensive line. Much needed. We need just bodies in that position groups. Just need to add bodies to that group, and I feel like that's gonna be a great value pick right there at round 5 at 148. At the next pick at 171. I take one of my most favorite players in this entire draft. On my very short list of linemen, I get Jack Nelson, the tackle out of Wisconsin. They probably, look, PFF, they gave me a bad grade on it. They didn't, what I'm saying? They late. They don't be watching what I be watching. Jack Nelson has very good film. Probably the most, technically sound lineman in this draft. I really love this Alabama tape. This kid, out of all the tackles, there's not many tackles that actually look like tackles in this draft. What do I mean by that? A lot of these tackles are raw, and you see a lot of them being converted and switched over on purpose to guard because of their rawness. He's one of the very few people I will actually keep at the tackle position because how much how technically sound he stays, how square, how he maintains leverage. He has great hand fight, and he's great even in the run game, and he's from Wisconsin. Wisconsin got them greedy offensive linemen. We had to take it there at round 5. I know my weapons people, but I gave y'all a tight end early. They gonna hate it. I waited this long to give them a wide receiver, but I give them a great sleeper in Ty Felton, the wide receiver from Maryland. And a lot of people in the Cowboy Nation will agree with me that this kid right here is very, very underrated. Only thing is just the size. He's not a full blazer, but he has sneaky great speed, straight line speed. Not much, short area quickness, but I feel like we can, if along with us participating in free agency and getting a receiver, this is a kid you can bring in and let him cook in the back. Then at round 6 at 204, I really love this pick. Shout out to Boss Cowboy. He put me onto this guy right here, Jalen Smith, the corner out of USC. Man, you turn on this guy film, this kid right here, not afraid. That's why all I gotta say, not afraid, coming up and tackling, great. You know, in the intermediate routes, you can see the burst and you see the anticipation with him. The Cowboys, don't sleep on them when they take late round to mid round corners. And plus, this corner class, I love the mid round corners more than I love the higher end. And I that's why I took Benjamin Morrison. I love him. I didn't go corner first round, even though I love my guy Jahdae Barron. But Jalen Smith is a guy you need to pay attention to, Cowboy Nation, because I feel like he may got Cowboys written all over him. Then at round 6 at 211, I took Ty Robinson out of Nebraska. This kid, this is going to be a great value pick. One of the most versatile defensive linemen in the draft. Very angry, has great size. He has Cowboys written all over him. This is the second interior defensive lineman I take. We're maintaining, you know, being, you know, physical up front. And we get a guy that we can add to the rotation that's going to grow in there. Next at round 7, I get my guy that I've been if you've been watching me and the running back videos, I've been pushing this guy. Shout out to Jaquindon Jackson, former quarterback and Dallas native. You know it. I love this kid. Yes, his film, this is a stacked running back class, very stacked running back class. And his film, what I liked about him from the time he stopped being a quarterback and he converted to, you know, running back. I did not like his film at first, but every year this kid is getting better. Every year. The first year at running back, you saw him. He was running straight, very high, straight, you know, straight arm and everything like that. And he needed a runway. You turn on his Arkansas film, it's almost completely night and day. This guy got his shoulders down. He's actually breaking tackles. He's actually reading blocks and doesn't need a full runway, can run through it even though it's not there. This kid is very impressive. And with our last pick at round 7 to 247, another Dallas kid. Shout out to Dallas Cowboy. He loves this guy right here, Jabbar Muhammad. If we can get him at this value, man. And yes, I triple dipped at corner because if I'm trying to make it to where we don't need some of these positions ever again. And yes, but listen, this is probably the most realistic Cowboys mock draft you probably see out there. I did 2 trade backs, got some good value for it. I handle pretty much almost every need. People making complain about only getting one receiver and the receiver late, but I get a good tight end early on that I think people would agree with. I'm really proud of this draft, man. But listen, man, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Do you love this draft? What player you like? Until next time, peace.